Hello and welcome to Viewpoint. My name is Waler, and right now we're joined by the coordinator of the Humanitarian Initiatives of the Canada-Ukraine Foundation, Ms. Krystina Waler. Krystina, welcome to Viewpoint.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Krystina, you are coordinating the missions of the Canadian medical teams which are coming to Ukraine to operate, among others, Ukrainian soldiers who are wounded in eastern Ukraine. And so far, there have been 2 missions over the course of the last year and a half. And currently, you're preparing for the 3rd mission. So tell us what were the results of the previous missions.
From the last 2 missions, we have viewed over 100 patients, and we've performed over surgeries on over 60 men.
Understood. So tell us about this 3rd mission, which you're currently preparing. Is it going to be roughly the same? How many doctors will come? Who you will be operating?
Yeah, so, like in past missions, we have about 25 medical professionals from all over Canada. It's a full surgical team, so it's nurses, surgeons, and anesthetists, and they come and they work alongside their Ukrainian colleagues, and they operate on these guys. And we do different types of surgeries. We do mainly craniofacial reconstructive, so men have lost their jaws or lost their eyes or had significant deformities to their skull, a lot due to sniper wounds. And we also do upper extremity reconstruction, so men who need microsurgery for their arms, for their hands, to get them working again.
So when is this 3rd mission happening?
This next mission is happening October 24th, and we're here until November 1st. We're still looking for more patients and happy to take more on. We have a hotline that we can provide you with after the show, and if you could call in, we're looking for volunteers, for people to come forward. A lot of these men have gone home, and they have these huge defects, and they don't know that there's help out there for free, and we want them to come and contact us and come get some help.
So how does it work? The soldiers just can call you up and say, I was in eastern Ukraine, I was wounded, I need plastic surgery.
Yeah, or any volunteer groups that may know of patients can come forward. We had people from the National Guard volunteers call today and say as well that, you know, they have 2 men that could really use our consultation minimally, if not our surgical team to operate on them.
Yeah, understood. Krystina, tell me, why do the Canadian surgeons, Canadian medical teams, need to come to Ukraine and do these reconstructive surgeries? Don't the Ukrainian surgeons have the necessary expertise?
Yeah, so we're very fortunate that we work with extremely gifted surgeons in Ukraine. Part of the problem is the equipment is lacking. They don't have the state-of-the-art equipment that we're able to bring with us. We're very fortunate this time that the Canadian government has provided a contribution to this initiative, and with over $1 million. So now we're able to come and buy the equipment, train them on the equipment here on the next 2 missions that we're doing, and leave it for them so that they can continue these surgeries. The implants and things that are needed in the face in particular can be very expensive. In the past, Stryker Canada, which is a medical equipment company, has been donating these pieces for us. One implant can cost around $1,000 Canadian, and unfortunately many people can't allow for that sort of cost. So with the help of the Canadian government and industry, we're able to provide these surgeries for free for these guys.
Well, yeah, talking about the money, how expensive? I would assume that it's very expensive to bring a team of highly qualified Canadian doctors all over to Ukraine to work here for a week. How much does it cost?
Well, we're very fortunate that every person that comes from Canada donates their time. They don't take a penny from us for it. They do this because they believe in Ukraine, they want to support the country at this time, and they want to help people and make them realize that they're not alone in this hard time. So that part of it is covered, but in general, the mission costs about $200,000 to complete per mission. But that includes a lot of in-kind donations. We have, there's a group called Health Partners Canada, and they donate a lot of the medicine and things that we need. We can get, you know, up to $20,000 worth of meds for $1,000 from them. We're very fortunate that many people in Canada have come together to help make these past missions so successful.
Yeah, understood. And you mentioned that this third mission is being financed by the Canadian government. What about the previous missions? Where do you get money to finance these missions?
We did a big fundraiser in Canada for those. We had private donations come in. We had different corporations step up, like Canadian Tire, like Molson Canada. We had one big gala where Wayne Gretzky came and stood up and said that he was united for Ukraine, and we raised $250,000 in that one night. And so that paid for the last two missions, along with the in-kind contributions that we got.
Yeah, it looks like some very impressive fundraising. And Krystina, you said that a lot of doctors, well, all of the medical professionals who are coming here, they are coming free of charge. They're not taking money from you. And they are saying that they want to do this to support Ukraine. But I would assume that not all of them are of the Ukrainian origin. How easy or how difficult it is to convince the Canadians to come to Ukraine and donate their time?
Yeah. So actually, but more than half of our team doesn't have any Ukrainian roots. Dr. Waler, who's our head surgeon and our commandant, he has such a great reputation in Canada, and he's able to just sort of reach out to his colleagues and say, this is what I'm doing, would you like to join me? And many of them are happy to have the opportunity to work with him because he's so highly regarded across the globe, really. And many want a chance to give back.
Understood. So, can we talk briefly about the surgeries themselves? How do they look, and how do you select the patients? I would assume there is a huge demand for a huge need for these surgeries. There are a lot of people who would need these reconstructive plastic surgeries. Obviously, with little time and resources, you cannot accommodate all the requests. So how do you select the soldiers?
Yeah. We work closely with Dr. Ihor Fedierko, who's the head of the craniofacial program at the Central Military Hospital in Kyiv. He helps us collect patients. We work with a volunteer group called Initiative E+. They also go and look for patients. The Ministry of Defense has provided us with a list of their injured, but the problem is some of the contact information is missing. A lot of these guys have gone home. It's not that easy to get in touch with them. Because these are post-traumatic deformities that we're treating, there is a recovery time that is needed, so many of these men aren't in hospital anymore. So that's why we're using media and that sort of thing to reach out and try and find these guys and tell them there's help available. You don't have to live with these big defects. We can help you get back to a better quality of life.
Understood. I understand the next mission will be a bit different from the previous ones. You will bring in some equipment. You will train some doctors. Can you talk a little bit more about this next upcoming mission?
Yeah, with this big contribution that we have coming, we're able to do several different things. So the surgeries is part of it. The trainings that come with that is part of it. We're working with a group called Patriot Defense. They'll be doing some front-line training for surgeons. We're going to be implementing telemedicine in the hospital there so that we can have constant communication. And Dr. Antonishin in Toronto and Dr. Fedierko in Ukraine can observe each other's surgeries, and students can learn from each other, and we can do, we can translate.
These telesurgeries, are they for a limited time, or you will install them and that'll be lasting for?
We hope that our relationship lasts a very long time. We have found a great collaboration in the Kyiv Military Hospital, and we hope to continue that. Dr. Antonishin works for Sunnybrook Hospital, which is the largest trauma center in all of Canada.
What about the training with the Ukrainian doctors? Isn't it easier to train the Ukrainian doctors to work on that equipment, to do these surgeries, and not to have bring every half a year a group of Canadians all over to Ukraine?
Yeah, that's our hope. That's what we hope to accomplish in the next 6 months. We're coming now in October. We're coming again in February. We're also going to be bringing Ukrainian doctors to Canada for training as well. We have a young resident coming to work under Dr. Antonishin at Sunnybrook. And we hope through all of this and this continued collaboration that we're able to sort of implement a system in Ukraine so that minimally a whole team doesn't have to come over, but maybe Dr. Antonishin comes over, with a couple of his colleagues, and they work together just to make the surgeries go faster.
Understood. Well, it looks like some very important work. Krystina, many thanks for finding the time to come and talk to us. This was Viewpoint. I'm Waler, and we were talking to the coordinator of the Humanitarian Initiatives of the Canada-Ukraine Foundation, Ms. Krystina Waler. Thank you for watching us.